Hey guys, welcome back for another quick DB replay. In this one, I'm playing Chimera Illusion, and I will be playing against my opponent, which I don't remember what he had, but I win the rock, paper, scissors, and I will choose to go first. 41 versus 40. So I open with Poly, Gym Chain, Ash, Mourner, Chimera Fusion, and opponent opens Prosperity, Pydra, Called by, Terraforming, Droplets. So I definitely brick here, which is not ideal. But yeah, we're going to play on. And I think I just passed turn. So pass, opponent draws Ogre, because there's nothing I can really do. I could set a Gym Chain and Chimera Fusion to have a Guardian Chimera, but if I have to pitch two hand traps for Guardian Chimera, it's not ideal. So, yeah. Okay, so opponent goes Terraforming, searches Sink and Summoning. I know this is bad already. They Sink and Summoning. Activate Pydra, search Kaimin, so I'm just holding Ash for the Kaimin because that's all I can really do. They search Chandra. Special summon out the Chandra, and then go battle phase. And I just scoop, yeah, because I know even if I Ash Kaimin, they still have full combo anyway. So, yeah, we go on to game 2, and in this one, I will choose to go first again. And let's see if my opponent decided to go first or second. But yeah, my opponent decided to go first because they have Rivalry, Strike, Droll, Magnamut, and Kaimin. And then I open Chain, Talents, Ogre, Sword Knight, and Chimera Fusion. So, gonna go ahead and normal summon Sword Knight, activate effect, summon out Gazelle. Gazelle effect here to search Baphomet. I already have a Chimera Fusion, so I might as well search out the Burfo and be able to summon the Sword Knight for later. But my opponent has Droll, so hits me with Droll there, and then I go Talents to look at hands. So my options here are the two traps, Magnamut and Kaimin. My thought was I'm going to take Magnamut because hopefully I can set up Diabellestar to stop Kaimin anyway. And Magnamut is guaranteed follow-up by banishing my Mirror Sword Knight, and it would just get too much value. So, yeah, I decide to put the Magnamut back into the deck. There we go, and then I go Chimera Fusion here with Gazelle and Baphomet for a Chimera King, and then I can still activate Chimera King and Baphomet to summon back out the Mirror Sword Knight. I cannot Gazelle because I'm under Droll, add back to Chimera Fusion, set 1, and pass. So I know my opponent kind of has two dead trap cards, and then Singing Kaimin, and then I have just Chimera Fusion set, ready to roll. I'm going to have Mirror Sword Knight and... well, that's it, just Mirror Sword Knight and Guardian Chimera and Ghost Ogre. Oh, and I get a hand rip here. I rip the Kaimin, which seems like OP, but my opponent just draws Kaimin anyway. And then in draw phase, I go Mirror Sword here for Baphomet effect, add Chimera Fusion, add Gazelle. And now I can have a really sweet Chimera Fusion later on. All I know I have to do is stop one card because I know he has two traps. So he's going to go battle phase, activate the Singing Kaimin, it resolves, and I can't really do anything else about it because Chimera Fusion is main phase only, and his Chandra is going to be, it's going to be during the damage step, so I'm not going to be able to Mirror Sword Knight that or Ghost Ogre it when he uses effect to summon. So he's going to attack into the Baphomet, and then summons out the Fadra. And then Fadra is going to attack into the Baphomet as well, and that's fine. Fadra has no other effect, but yeah, now he goes. Now I can stop the Synchro play though, because this is really nice with when you have one negate plus one Ogre. You just go negate on the first Synchro summon, then he's going to chain the other one, and then you just Ogre that one, and then he has not enough for a play. So yeah, he sets two, which I know are Strike and Rivalry. And pass his turn. In end phase, I just go Chimera Fusion. I'm going to go for a Guardian Chimera to pop both set, and then just clear the Chandra next turn. On to game 3 now. My opponent chooses to go first, which was interesting. I wasn't sure how to play that, but I decided to go first. I thought my opponent would make me go first, so I kept in the Simul Archfiends, which was a bit of a risk, but whatever. My opponent opens Chandra, Judgment, Kaimin, Ogre, Strike, which is insane. I open Nightmare Apprentice, Simul, Patchwork, Nightmare Apprentice, Ogre. Okay, so he goes Kaimin to start off. Searches out the Pydra. Pydra normal summon effect searches out the field spell. activates field spell, summons out Chandra, and then goes for a copy of Seals by linking off the 2 dragons, sets Judgment and Strike, and passes turn. I draw Gazelle, which is incredible. It's an amazing draw there. And then I'm going to start off with Patchwork, search Chain, search Poly. So that's really strong. We have Gazelle normal summon, and then he's going to strike the effect, I assume. So that's kind of tough because that keeps me off of Chimera Fusion for now. So I have to kind of play around it anyway. I pitch Nightmare Apprentice to summon the other Nightmare Apprentice and use effect to search for Codal. He could have Judgment in that, but yeah, I don't know. And then pitch Codal, effect, search for another Gazelle. And I want to search for another Gazelle because I can just poly Gazelle plus Edgem Chain in hand, which is going to be kind of nice. And I'll get that last hand rip. So we go for that. Oh no, I go for 3. So I could have either gone for Chimera, King of Phantom Beasts, or I go for Guardian Chimera, non-target pop. And that would force out the Seals. This was kind of a mistake because there aren't really cards I could draw into that well that will let me play through next turn because he has the Kaiman. Plus, I had Ogre for the Kaiman, or for the field spell. So I don't know if this is the right play or not. But anyway, I go Guardian Chimera, and then I have Guardian Chimera Chainlink 1, Gazelle Chainlink 2, Edgem Chainlink 3. He goes Seals Chainlink 4 to bounce the Guardian Chimera. I search Patchwork. I search Mirror Sword Knight here, and then I will pop the field spell. This is a mistake as well because I had Ogre for the field spell already. Like, I didn't need to pop that. But, you know, just in case he drew a second one or drew more follow-up, I wanted to keep him off the guaranteed follow-up. So yeah, I draw 2. I draw into Eris and Diabellestar, which is not ideal, and I'm pretty much forced to just sit there on Slimal Archfiends. He summons out Fadra, summons back out the Pydra effect, search out the quick play, or no, searches out the field spell, which I think was greedy because that plays into Ogre once again. I asked what he added. I just set the Slimal Archfiends and hope that it's enough. Okay, so in main 1, he activates field spell effect, and I Ogre that, which is super clutch because that keeps him off of a tuner. Whereas if he just searched the quick play, it would have been GG, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, he goes into battle, attack 17, attack 16. Set 1 back row, which is Rivalry, and pass. And I draw into Tikaboo, which is really nice as well. So yeah, he has Rivalry, I got Tikaboo, but I would win that matchup. In phase 1, I go for Patchwork here, Poly and Edgem. And then I can go Mirror Sword Knight effect into a Gazelle effect into a Chimera Fusion. Just want to get access to those spells. And I didn't want to go for Baphomet because I didn't want to fusion lock myself because I thought I might have plays with like with SP if I needed to SP banish something. But anyway, I go Chimera Fusion here. But he says think. And then he judgments the Chimera Fusion here. So I was like, that's fine. I have Poly anyways, which he knew because I searched it. I go for the Chimera, search another Patchwork, search a Nightmare Apprentice. And now I can go Nightmare Apprentice, pitch the Diabellestar because I want to set that up for later. I go Nightmare Apprentice effect, and he chains Rivalry, so I have to get rid of that. I still search out the Tau, which is fine. I can add back the Chimera Fusion here. And then I go Chimera Fusion to I can make a Guardian Chimera here, which is really nice because it's still under Rivalry. Like, I'm using a beast and I'm about to summon another beast with Tau and Eris, and I'll be able to set Tikaboo, or have Slimal Archfiends, and I'll just win that. So, but my opponent starts kind of tilting or whatever, keeps asking how I added back Chimera Fusion to use it again, and then just pieces out. But anyway, that would have been a Guardian Chimera, pop 1, draw 2. I would have popped the Fadra, swung over the Pydra, and then my opponent would have discarded this card in hand. So he would have been on no cards, or he would have been on Rivalry only. I would have had Guardian Chimera with 4 in hand. Simul Archfiends, there can be only 1. So yeah, that was pretty much GG unless he top decks into another Kaiman. But anyway, yeah, that wraps up this one. This was a cool game because this is one of the first times I ever beat Tenpai, to be honest. I haven't played very many matches, but it usually kind of whoops me. But in this one, I was able to grind out the dub. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like, sub to the channel, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll see you soon.